Have a really good think, because somebody you know could earn you a lot of money for very little effort. Think, who do you know that wants to buy a property in Spain? A colleague, a mate, someone in your family, a friend of a friend? If you know someone, go to welcome-estates.com and click the Refer a Friend link. If they buy, you'll pocket a nice chunky thank you from one of Spain's leading estate agents. T's and C's apply. All details at welcome-estates.com.
Hello all you hardcores out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, biggest gob in sport. Today we're joined by Big Ron. We're in the Radisson Blu Hotel. It's only where you can pin Big Ron down before he gets on a flight, because he's now knackered for 11 hours, so we've got him where we want him. How are we doing, Big Ron?
Alright.
Should we show this? Do you want to show this?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Just been to the EBU convention. 75th anniversary, and in Malta. Some of our good friends were there in Malta, and some of our good friends on the EBU council were there, so we shown his face, meet and greeted a few people, and look for the future. The next European title we're doing is obviously Conor Butler versus Matt Windle, which is going to be a cracking fight and a cracking bill, so yeah. All good stuff. You've got to keep friends with these organisations, because you never know when you want to try and get your kids an opportunity.
Following up from where we were, Dennis, you had that European thing, didn't you, before we bash you went, that award. What do you want to tell us about that?
It's the 75th anniversary of the EBU organisation, so they just had a bit of a celebration in a nice hotel in Malta.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a matter of just meeting and greeting a few people, and we get on really well with the Maltese organisation, and we're going to do hopefully 3 or 4 shows a year there. There's 1 or 2 smashing venues, and we're going to get kids opportunities, not just in the UK. Look at him on the bed with Paula Yates. You know what I'm to her, don't you?
Aye, what was that like? Oh, I went with your Hutchins.
Yeah. Anyway.
What happened to her? Brown bread?
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's all good. So, any other questions, Russ, before I kick you out of my room?
Yeah.
Room service?
No, I'm just going to go through these here, Ron.
Why can't you be off the cuff like me, see? Think on your feet.
Do you want me to be off at cuff? Alright then, Ron, we'll do it off at cuff.
Come on, off the cuff.
Are you retired?
Am I tired?
Are you retired?
Retired?
Are you retired?
I'm retired and you're retired.
No, are you retired?
Come on, hit me. Come on, Russ, I like a bit of come on.
Right then, Dennis.
Come on,
who's your biggest star at the moment you've got, apart from Tommy Frank?
I've got British champions, Commonwealth champions, I'll have another European champion, I've got world champions, I've got Katie Healy fight for a world title WBA, which is going to be announced tomorrow probably. Anna Rankin's back in there for a WBC silver and WBA final eliminator. European title Conor Butler, Ryan Farag Commonwealth.
What are you doing with Dave Allen?
Dave Allen, we're just looking for a big fight for Dave Allen, and we've got a lot of good kids coming through. John Fuchs is going to be the trainer of the future. Next question. After snakes like Massey and Kev Maries think they're going to bring me down, but
I met Jack Massey today.
Yeah,
he's alright, Dennis.
He's a nice kid, but obviously there's plenty of wolf in sheep clothing out there, and it's a shame, but Jack chose the wrong side.
Is it all going to court, Dennis, or are you?
Yeah, it's going to court, and like you say, I hope Jack's got a few quid behind him, because you know I'm like him. I like a dog with a bone, and Kev Marie, because you know when they've wronged you, if they've done nothing.
You're about 8-1 in court, aren't you? You've only lost 1, haven't you?
Yeah, something like that. So
Maloney, wasn't it?
So get ready.
So 8 wins and 1 loss.
You know when you're on the side of the right, you've got a great chance, haven't you? You know, if you're trying to take something that really don't belong to you, well, they've done that to us, and I've took them from nowhere, and then they want to do the dirty. So people like me who are honourable, don't let them get away with it.
It's an awful situation, isn't it, for everybody? So why can't everybody sit down around a table?
Because some people want to be proper and then some people don't. Some
Yeah.
people want to use people and some people don't. It's simple. You're either right in this world. It's fair's fair and not fair is not fair. It's simple. If you want to simplify it. So anyway.
Yeah. What did you think to John Ryder, Dennis?
It's just again keep it. It's Alvarez has been top of the tree for a while now, hasn't he? And
What do you think to David
Especially-
Benavidez that he's not going that route, but yeah, everybody's calling for a fight, aren't they? But he don't want it, Canelo. People are saying he's on slide.
if
Do you
think
agree?
about probably.
Is he on slide?
I think they're waiting to catch him at the right time, and I think Bob Arum did something similar with Pacquiao, kept him away from Floyd Mayweather for years, and he thought he were probably hoping they were going to catch him, but he'd got to get together at some stage. And Pacquiao were getting old, Mayweather were getting older, it had to happen, they were a big money fight, so he cashed in, and he were probably hoping that maybe Mayweather would have gone on the slide a bit earlier than what he did, but an ultimate professional, like him or loathe him, Mayweather, not the most exciting for me. I don't care to watch a lot of his past fights. I'm a Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran and Earns and Agler fan. And then that, there were fighters around there who gave some of these kids nightmares now, like Carlos Palomino, Wilfredo Benitez, John the Beast Mugabe. Fighters like that, Antifermo, the fighters like that
He beat Minter, didn't he? Oh no, Minter beat him, didn't he?
But
He drew with Agler, didn't he?
Antifermo, did he draw or?
Drew with Agler and
Yeah.
Agler did him in rematch.
Yeah. So,
Carlos Monzon.
Carlos Monzon, what a fighter he was.
Pelly Reid. He wasn't bad though, Pelly Reid. Well, he had a lot of hype behind him, didn't he?
They looked the part.
He looked the part, didn't he?
Get found out, aren't they?
What did you think of the Canelo performance overall? Do you think they were trying to paper over the cracks, Eddie and them? Do you think?
Maybe.
You couldn't get John Ryder out there, but Nick Blackwell got him out there.
Yeah.
So you tell me, is he on the slide, yes or no?
But Alvarez, how long ago is it since he fought Matt Hatton? And he didn't get him out of there.
No, he couldn't get him out there, but he was only 21 then, wasn't he?
But he didn't get him out of there. So
No, he ran all night, Matthew Watson, did he?
yeah,
Come
he did.
to
So,
fight, did
so there were fighters that Tyson didn't get out of there
Yeah.
because they went to survive. So
he? The ones that go to survive are harder to get out of than the ones that come to fight, aren't
come
they?
to win, yeah, absolutely. That's why journeymen survive.
Willie
Survive.
Warburton.
Willie Warburton.
Eh? The grinning
He
Warburton.
looks like he needed a membership at your sunbed shop.
My sunbed.
He was very pale, weren't he?
Willie Warburton, bless
He
him.
did-
Hey,
he
he
did
did.
some
He got
shit
a draw with Danny Kennedy. You remember?
Yeah.
He come and upset apple cart, didn't he?
And he chinned what do you call him? PJ.
Yeah,
What do you call him?
I forget that. Anyway, Kelbrook, Dennis, is he going to come back or is he retired?
Probably. I think what happens with, especially with kids like Kel, who are talented kids, and they lost without the goal of having to go for something, and he's he ain't got that, has he, in his life probably, and he's not a pundit, so he ain't got like ex-football. He sits on the Sky Sports punditry, and same with Froch and Matt Macklin and all that. They've got a job which probably keeps them sane, and that's what somebody like Kel needs. But I don't think he's cut out for that kind of job.
You want to ask John?
Yeah, who wins the rematch, Smith or Eubank?
I would say Eubank.
Yeah?
I think so. I think he got it wrong. The only reason I'm saying that, John, is because there's two ways you can look at this. Is that Eubank's got a weight wrong, underestimated Smith, but I've never seen him, because he's a tough fella, and the one thing that he has inherited is a good chin, and he just fell apart. I thought he fell apart. He were like weird. So I think there was something to do with his weight. He had a weight drain and he took his legs. He didn't make the weight right, and either underestimated Smith. So I think given the knowledge, if he knew then what he knows now, I think he'd have made the weight right, and I think it'd be a different matter. The only thing what might occur is that thing at the back of his mind that he stopped him.
Yeah.
But if he feels that, you know, that's what's happened with AJ against Ruiz, it's never been the same. It's turned into a different fight, and he's not the fighter he was. But I don't think I'll with Eubanks. I think he's got more metal about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Joshua could change as Joshua
Well, all that
finished?
changing trainers, it's down away. Me shouldn't have left Robert, because at the end of the day, Robert McCracken were there. So like a lot of fighters, as soon as you get beat, oh, I'm changing trainer. So they look for somebody to blame. There's a lot of blame culture in this world, but definitely in boxing. I said it on here before, haven't I, Russ?
Yeah.
If he was serious, there's one man who I'd take my fight to a heavyweight, especially.
Peter Fury.
It'd be Peter Fury. Because if I was serious and I were a heavyweight and wanted to fight, I'd want that man in my corner, because he'd get in my head and make me want to knock that wall down.
Yeah.
I know he would. That's how I'd want to fight. I want somebody there who gets me that prepared and taking me out of comfort zone. Nothing will faze me. And when I go into battle, I've left nothing to chance. Peter's got that about him. And if he's in your corner, you feel as though you've got like a proper man in your corner, not a bag slapper.
What do you think about Huey coming back then? Do you think timing could be good?
I think the timing is right for Huey. I think I said it a while ago. He needs to have time out in boxing. He were very young. He was still maturing mentally and physically. He showed he's got ability. I mean, he chinned Sam Sexton, didn't he? Up here.
We were there, weren't we?
Yeah. So I think he's matured now, and the timing's right. We need another heavyweight. Joe Joyce has just got found out. Dubois is there on borrowed time. I tell you what, I'd put you in with Dubois
I thought you
tomorrow.
were going to say me then.
No.
Huey and Dubois. Huey had schooled Dubois, man. I think he's garbage. I really
not
think.
garbage,
I don't
but-
think he's as good as the Med are.
But I tell you who'll do a number, and I think you would.
Dave Allen.
I'd love him.
Dave Allen would do a number on him if he got in the right frame of mind and got rid of all the hangers on around him. He'd do a number on him. I'm telling you now, Dennis. He'd do a
So,
number.
come on, next question, Russ.
I'm gonna. All right.
I'm going to get my Horlicks on in a minute.
Horlicks, Dennis. We know what you'll be drinking later, won't we? In Horlicks. Dennis, right. Eddie looks like he's on back foot with DAZN now. You saw that at weekend. We've got two men in ring, £400 a piece. It looked like Porky Rust, didn't it, from 2012?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I was expecting it to be in black and white, and it being you. Go on.
Well, anyway, I forgot my train of thought now, but Tony Bellew.
Two fellas in and were like
Right, Tony Bellew never came. Don't try and rush me, Ron, please, I'll do you. Right. Tony Bellew never came out and bigged that show up, did he? For 1 minute all weekend, did he? He's usually the first one with his tongue out up DAZN. He went quiet. You've got men there that look like they were going to have an ass attack. Did you see them?
I think they need a bit of content, don't they?
They need a bit of something, don't they? What we're all on about.
Well, listen, we're standing the test of time. How long have I been promoting, Russ?
25 year. 26 year.
No, it's 30.
97, isn't it? Oh, you started in amateurs in 93, didn't you?
No, I never did amateur. 30 years. 30 years I
Oh,
started.
Dennis, if you go on box rec, you only go back to 97.
Well, box rec needs to go further back. I must have done it. It must be AD. Box rec AD. I'm before box rec.
It was before box.
I'm before box rec.
Oh yeah, right.
BC. Dennis Hobson BC.
Right. Dennis, right, the heavyweight division, the Saudi tournament. Tyson Fury's been offered 90 million
Yeah.
to fight Usyk.
Yeah.
Joshua and Wilder are getting 30 each to fight. As Eddie had to take the short end and swallow. Because he'll be killing him now, that won't him getting 3 times as much the big one, won't it? He'll be choking on his cornflakes, won't
He will, but at the end of the day, Eddie's an accountant. And what he'll do, his dad will have brought him up right, that you've got to be happy with your bit.
Yeah.
So you take your bit, son. And I can see him probably, like Granville and Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie Barker.
Yeah.
listen, Granville, take your bit. You're still earning. We're still moving forward. There'll be another AJ or whatever coming through, and you'll nab him because we've got the pot, we've got the machine to take the next big thing, whether it's British, South African, American. We'll grab the next one. Take your money and move on. We're accountants, son. Not boxing promoters. We're accountants.
Yeah. You know this situation that we've got with Robert Smith at the moment with PEDs and
Leave Robert alone. I like Robert.
He mates with me again now.
He's coming to Jersey to see me.
Alright.
Leave Robert alone. He's my friend.
Leave him alone. Robert Smith, he's still a knob.
Leave Robert alone.
I don't like him.
I like Robert.
You don't like him?
I do like Robert.
You like him now?
I like Robert. We get on very well socially. Very well. Next question.
That's what I have to put up with.
Come on, next question.
Next question. Billy Joe Saunders is coming back.
This time I'm coming back.
He's talking about wanting you back after beefy fight.
So you can call
Billy
me.
Joe and you back, Dennis. Two.
Oh, a good one.
Is that a good one? It's the only place where they can go after beefy.
I'd rather watch that than Jake Paul and
Eddie Hearn.
Misfit.
Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, with his amateur record, Eddie.
With his wig from Morris that tested against Hurricane
Maori wigs.
Morris.
Only you can have Maori wigs.
No,
They stick on even in the swimming pool.
Morris wigs are tested against Hurricane winds, so come in and have a fitting.
How many times have you watched that?
I've watched it 100 times. That bit. So come in for a personalised fitting.
Yes.
And then he jumps into it. What's it like that?
Yeah.
But listen, Dennis, do you know if you're packing boxing what you're going to do with your life? Because you know you don't know what you're doing at the moment, Ron, do you really?
Do you know how many...
Ron, you've lost it.
You're asking me a question and trying to answer it.
I'm telling you, answer.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
What are you going to do, Dennis,
Listen,
if you pack in with boxing?
You look like
Play
one of
football?
little Teletubbies. Oh, that, what do you call him? Jeffrey off Rainbow. You look like one of them.
Oh, fine,
Like off a kid's programme. So are you going to start to listen like a naughty little boy? Right, what am I going to do? I spin a lot of plays, don't I? I've got a hotel. I've got a scrap metal business. I've got an engineering company. I've got a fabrication company. I've got 3 beautiful girls. 2 of them are my older dad.
And Max.
And then I've got Rolly off Grange Hill Max. So I've adopted Mr. Blobby Anna.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and make him into
What's he doing with them feet, Dennis? You know, the toe next to his big toe, it's longer than my arm. Where did they come from?
There's a meaning for that, but I think obviously his big toe stopped growing when he should have.
The man from Atlantis.
But he'll never win Strictly Come Dancing with them places.
Max going to win an area belt, Dennis.
Right, would you put it past me to get him a belt?
Just to
Would
get me Don.
You've got to go in the Don.
What, Max gets a belt?
You've got to go in
Water
Don.
rats in Don.
Yeah, but they fucking run away from you.
You fool. What are you doing with Perry Howe, Dennis? What about him and Max?
If Perry can put a touch
We
more
could
weight
put
on.
Howe versus Jenkins. Who flies first?
Yeah.
The Happy Friars.
You could do, couldn't you?
They could do. You could get them at it at heavyweight.
Do you know, if we were feeders, that means we'd be feed them up like Hansel and Gretel for Christmas, until they were ready to feed into the ring. Why don't we do that with Perry?
You can do, yeah. Is Perry ever going to win a belt though?
I think he can do, yeah.
I'm on about a belt, area, English, British kind of thing.
I think he'll win an area belt.
I think you could get an area belt if you time it right.
Everything's about timing, isn't it?
Well, he did put effort in, didn't he, for a while, didn't he?
When I saw you on Baggy in your backyard, when you were at Goldthorpe or somewhere, or
Gunnersborough. I had my trolley, Dennis. I've been up 3 days.
Yeah, and I saw you on Bag. I thought I could get him a belt.
Fuck off! I won't fucking fight for you. You can get me a belt. I've got a belt in there.
You'll be on a ticket deal. If you're
You're always putting me on ticket deals, Ron.
There's not sold me a fucking ticket. There's never sold me one ticket, Russell.
I have.
When did you sell me a ticket?
When I first started with you.
I can't.
Darbo brought first one, it was 40 quid.
I've never known you sell me a fucking ticket.
I give you it and everybody else, we couldn't give away.
How many tables did they want? I'm having that table. They want tables for no one don't sell me a fucking ticket.
You used to give me a table for free.
Yeah, because I thought you were growing into a celebrity. But you just stuttered a bit, hadn't you?
You give me a table every show, that's $12.50, and I used to invite 10 mates. That's how we worked it. I work for free.
What do I get off it?
You got a drink in my round.
Come on,
and you got to see.
You're rambling. Next question, come on.
Dennis, do you know what? I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring me jot my notes back now.
Come on, because you can't come.
No, because I've had a drink and I'm all over the
John, I've
place.
done it. Have you witnessed?
I've had a
Have you
Guinness.
witnessed, John? Am I too sharp for him?
Hang on a minute. Right, Kenny Anderson's drug test. Do you know Kenny Anderson, when he fought Robin Reed, he failed a drug test and Eddie buried it 18 months with board, Roberto Smith, allegedly. Now Robin Reed got to find out 18 months later off Kenny Anderson's team. Is that fair? So when he pulled Matchroom, they've gone, "Eh, well, you were retiring anyway." No, back up 18 months.
If that's true, he should get some proper facts and figures and investigate and then have a claim.
Yeah, exactly, I don't agree with that. But too many people are stamped on by boxing, it's starting to cheese me off.
Yeah, but not every boxer's fair either.
Alright then, Dennis. Ben Whittaker, did you think that was fair? Him showboating against the waste man?
Didn't watch it.
Kurt Hewitt, politician answer. Alright then,
Sorry,
Dennis.
but I was watching matches.
John Fury's got a book out, is it fiction or true?
I don't know.
You don't want to comment on that one.
Well,
Is Eddie Hearn Russell Crowe? Because he keeps going on about gladiators, gladiatorial stuff, and all the Colosseum stuff and all that. So is he going to get his moment, Eddie, fighting Jake Paul in a Colosseum, Dennis?
Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hearn's on about fighting. Have you seen him in? Eddie's in Men's Health. Shall I show him that thing, John? Where's that
No,
thing?
just talk
He's
about
in Men's Health. Have you seen Eddie Hearn in Men's Health magazine this week? Talking about immortality and stuff like that.
Do you know what they end up doing? You know when you've been at... He's in the limelight, isn't he, Eddie?
Yeah.
He's a high profile lad. And it's like a drug. And they need more and more publicity to feed that drug, that habit. And that's what he's doing.
What?
Anything to get him up there and create a bit of publicity, because at the end of the day he's stable. He's not as strong as it was. I mean, when he got Froch and I mean Froch, that year when he had Froch, if he'd have had Froch now, it'd have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Froch were great for Eddie, and Froch would have made, even though he's made a lot of money, he'd made a lot more money now.
Where do you see Dylan Whitehead in now, Dennis? Because it looks like he's on outside looking in, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's like regurgitating stuff in it, and we need some fresh blood.
They're talking about him in Chisora for a third one, aren't they now? It's different permutations every day. I don't know if I can
I've got Dave on and throw him in there. Let's have a
I reckon Dave probably does both of them on the stadium.
I do.
People will go, okay, you're losing plot, Dave Allen. I'm telling you now, but what I've seen in Dylan White and Chisora, I don't even know if they could get through a camp to one more fight, you know?
Yeah, I've got many left in it, haven't they?
Do you know what I mean? What do you see happening with Wilder, Dennis? Do you see him putting Joshua to kip?
Yeah.
Carl Froch says he does him in one round on boxingscene.com.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I won't disagree with that.
What, Wilder doing Joshua in one round?
Yeah. If he wants to, if he goes for it.
Yeah?
If he don't, size him up like an Undertaker, he'll put him in box straight away. That sounds horrible, shouldn't
I'd like to see Wilder
I
fight
hope
in
he'll
UK
be healthy,
again.
but I won't want him to get a Joshua, but I think he puts him to sleep.
Do you think Joshua's took bad advice, Dennis, in the last few years?
When you're in charge of your own destiny like that, nobody questions you or advises you. I mean, you see, Eddie didn't even jump in ring the first time when he lost the plot, and the next time he was wary of getting in the ring around Joshua in case he will lost it, and and it was the same on this one. He wasn't. He's mentally he's a bit unstable. He's got another trainer who's another cheerleader. Robert McCracken would have been the settling person round him, settling voice round. That I don't think he'd have lost the plot as much with Usyk and that latest show if it had kept hold of Robert McCracken. No.
Do you think he wasn't vocal enough, Robert McCracken?
No, he wasn't.
He like very quiet, didn't he?
Quiet, but rhyme and reason type fella. So I mean, look, he's had a charmed carry on, done very well, but he was the most real person that Joshua had around him.
Around him, he'd have had more gas in him, wouldn't you know?
No.
Can you imagine?
When money gets involved, I'm talking about proper money. People do funny things when there's money about.
Do you know when Frotch fought Booty, Dennis?
Yeah, Booty trained at my gym.
Yeah, he was 11 stone. He was half a pound under, wasn't he? On with 6 weeks to go.
Who was?
Frotch. With 6 weeks to go, right? Listen to this. We heard today, didn't we? And let me tell you this. Some fighters today are like a stone over with 6 weeks to go. Yeah. He's already on weight, or half a pound under, with 6 weeks to go. So he's not having to lose weight, is he? He can eat what he wants and burn it all off. Mm. Do you think that's the answer to people being strong in the ring on the night, the weight, the actual, and doing it correctly from day one? Going into camp on weight instead of having to lose weight. Look at Max now, he's got to take 3 clan off, hasn't he, in a month. He's going to struggle, isn't he? Right? That's his fault. He's had long enough to lose
but you know when you're that big, all he's doing is, the first 3 stone will come off quick.
Yeah.
2 stone, quick, because it's water.
Yeah.
It's just fluid what he's got. That's not affecting his skeleton, his body at all. When you're somebody like Frotch's weight, he's an heavyweight. He's carrying a load of blubber which will just come off. The first 2 or 3 stone, if he just lives right, which obviously he's still not, if he drunk that every day for the next 2 months, didn't have tea and coffee, cut down on bread, watch it fall off him. Watch it fall, you'll see in his face very, very quickly. No tea, coffee, just drink water all day. You watch it come off him. Don't eat no crap, no sugar, no tea and coffee.
I know what happens if we don't eat. I remember being in a drip like that for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
and not,
we don't want to do that because that just kills you.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
You're just killing yourself.
Yeah, but is Max just going to be drinking water and no else for 3 weeks?
I thought you were dying.
Who?
You?
Me? I thought I was. I thought, oh, when this nurse come in who looked like Kylie Minogue, well, it's about the same size as her. She was a bit older than Kylie Minogue. When she scooped me off at bed, I thought, God, it must be light. It's going to scoop me off at bed. Hey, listen, we all get through things, don't we? I've been in worse states than that in past when I've been off my brains and that. I don't know where I were, but that's a different type, innit, of state, innit?
You were
when you've got an head like a skull. Well, wasn't I? Still not brilliant, is it?
You were close, eh?
I was close, mate. But I read the storm, didn't I?
You did.
You've either got it wrong or you haven't. Yeah. Women's boxing, Anna Rankin, she's been an asset to you. She's a very good pundit, I see. She's very bright. Is she going to fight again, Dennis?
Yeah.
Who's she fighting?
September the 23rd, Emma Cousin, WBC silver and final eliminator, and WBA final eliminator.
WBC, Ron, eh?
What about that, then?
You're always there or thereabouts, aren't you?
So we get them back in there, don't we? Katie Hill is fighting for WBA, bantamweight against, go on.
Can you ask Roberto why he don't use British title?
Williams.
Can you ask Robert Smith why he don't use British title for women fighters no more? When you see him, you know, mate.
I don't agree with that.
Why don't you agree with British titles?
No, I don't agree with him not allowing him to fight for British titles.
Why don't they let men fight for them, so why not women?
Well, it's wrong.
There ain't enough women in the division, that's the problem, you see.
Listen, if I want to fight you...
I'll fucking fight you now, Ron.
You made me blink then.
Go on.
If I wanted to fight you, and there would only me and you in the division, there should be a belt made available.
Yeah, well...
Because that's a restriction of trade, and that's depriving us of something.
Right.
It's not our fault. There's nobody else in the.
And he's cutting his own throat. Anyway, because all these women fighters are just fighting for trinket belts.
I
Well,
don't
they could
know.
be fighting for British titles, couldn't they? Got a goldfish with that, Ron.
My throat's sore. It's talking all the time.
Hey. Who's biggest star in boxing at the moment, Ron?
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
You've got to say that. It's Alvarez, aren't you? Yes, but it depends where you say, because if you win in America, it's Alvarez. But if you were over here, you say it's Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So, and I think rightly so. Tyson's, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. He's undefeated. He's the linear champion, and he should be at the top of the tree.
What do you think to Tank Davis, Dennis?
Good.
I like him now, yeah. We don't know, John. Bang on, isn't he? He doesn't waste his punches, does he?
No, there's going to be a new crop. There's got to be a new crop coming through. This crop now is this generation starting to play out a little bit. We need some more superstars.
They're all hanging in there though, aren't they? Your Kell Brooks, your Amir Khans, your Joshuas and all that. They're all hanging in there when they've all made money, and they all should be on the way now, shouldn't they?
Should be,
hanging around like bad smells.
But if there's nobody else to fucking get them,
What can you do?
What can you do? But if the promoter can milk it, he's going to win it.
What's Kid Galahad doing nowadays? Don't hear much about him, do we? Can't you get him signed to Fight Zone?
Could do, but like
Don't do a ticket, does he?
I want to do I want some fresh stuff coming through now.
Want some fresh meat, Dennis?
Fresh meat.
We reckon that, don't we, John? You need fresh signings.
This time I'm coming back.
Are you going to get some signings this year, Ron?
They're all knocking on the door. My office is like Dragon's Den.
You always said that. It used to be empty.
That's why.
Look, you just give me. Then I nailed you with that one.
Red Riding Hood.
Listen, you like my red tracky, don't you? I'm flying the flag for Suge Knight and the Bloods of Compton. Is it Bloods?
Come on, 'cause I'm getting tired now.
Dennis, don't be like that. I'm just getting to the main juicy bits now.
I know, but
Johnny Fisher, what do you think to him, Dennis? Bosh!
It's a novelty value. He can have a fight up to a level.
What do you think to Ben Shalom, aka Adrian Mowell? Age 13 and a half.
Do you ever watch Timothy? Ronnie Corbett?
Yeah, sorry.
Language Tim.
Sorry it were called, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I used to watch
it
it.
reminds me of him.
Cooking were horrible.
It reminds me of him. But mother, I'm 42. That reminds me of Ben. Poor old Ben. I think he's
Poor old Ben,
starting to
aka.
get- I think he's starting to get caught in the headlights like a rabbit.
Oh, Ben Shalom, Adrian Mowell,
Ben
you know
Shalom.
that, Ben.
Leave Ben alone. I might talk to
He's
him
on
soon.
Spectrum, Ben. Right, Dennis, KSI against Joe Fournier. Now,
How can I comment? I don't want to comment on non-boxing people.
alright, yeah, well. How come Callum's involved with all that, Dennis?
Because they're just going for meal tickets. They're not like me. They can't earn a living outside boxing like I do. They die of malnutrition.
Adi Lomachenko this weekend, who you got, Ron?
Oh, I love Lomachenko.
So you've got Lomachenko.
I hope he does it.
Yeah, okay. Is Canelo now the hunter?
Of course.
Anthony Yard versus Joshua Bratzi, is it pay-per-view?
Depends how it wouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been.
Women's boxing, should it be 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes around?
I think if they want these equal rights and stuff like that, it should be 3 minutes.
Yeah. Would you like to see a women's Super 6 tournament so they
Yes.
could like get a winner out of each division or something, and
Absolutely.
tournaments and all that?
Yeah. Because if you think about it, women's sport in general is coming to the front. I mean, the football team, I couldn't watch women's football. The England footballers now, I can watch England play football. That's not being a male chauvinist. I really think technically they're brilliant, some of the women. And I think women's boxing is going to get it. If you look at Clarissa Shields, technically she's brilliant. She's charismatic, she's flamboyant, she can fight. You've got Natasha Jonas, who's very, very talented. You've got we've got Anna, who didn't have their pedigree, but what a strong kid she is. She's got a winner's mentality. Clinton wasn't a Sugar Ray Leonard, but he was very effective, and he was very tough, and he got better as he got older. I believe that Anna will
Clinton?
still get. Yeah.
Do you think Clinton were better in last few years than he were, say, 5 years before?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It were only the last when he got beat by Tarver just before that, just after Gonzalez last fight, bless him. That were Clinton near enough at his best, and then I mean got some problems with his elbow, it started to get but when he fought Tarver he got Poxon who were doing his head in, and there was something like negative took over his mentality. And I was busy trying to make things happen, and I thought I trusted Poxon at that time, so I suppose I lost Clinton then a bit mentally, and because I always worked on his, so he was like my little baby brother.
Yeah.
And I lost him, and that's when he started to lose a bit as well, and he'd lost that winner's mentality, and he could have beat Tarver and should have beat Tarver if he'd have been at his best, and he'd have beat Tavares Cloud if he'd have been mentally strong and mentally positive.
I thought Cloud would done it, and because he collapsed in the dressing room, didn't he?
But listen,
I thought it could have gone either way, that me.
it could have done, but
You're not going to get a decision on a Don King show, are you?
I don't know, but I weren't so bothered. I just wanted to know what he got left, but it is what it is.
Well, you've got to understand, he had nearly 50 fights, Clinton, Dennis, didn't he? You're going to
Great fighter.
Can't go on forever, can you?
And a great story. Just disappointed how it's ended, but great story. And you know, what happens with fighters? They get all these wannabe hangers-on who weren't there. They wouldn't have been there if he hadn't been a fighter, and some kids who were only round them because they were a world champ or whatever. Because originally Clinton's personality didn't get him stacks of friends. He didn't hardly speak, but he got his close little pals where he used to go out with. But when he became a champion, obviously he gained a few more friends who are probably around him now, and they wouldn't have wanted to know him if he hadn't done what he's done. But I helped him get there, and you know, it's a great story, and it's on my CV, and I cut my teeth, I suppose, in the big time with Clinton, and I've shown it's not just a fluke, because I've had quite a few world champions now.
Do you regret David A leaving you, Dennis?
No.
No.
Hard work.
Very hard work.
Arrogant at times. Adam were a bit pompous, and I also have my spats with him. I get on well with him now. But I thought business-wise, they were hard work.
Do you realise that sometimes, Dennis, that trainers they have to look out for the fighter and that, and that maybe
not looking out for themselves.
Well, I see.
That's the biggest myth, biggest statement. What they all say, I'm looking out for my fighter, when they're not. They're just looking out for themselves. That's what I'm saying.
You reckon?
I know.
So you don't go and win any trainers?
Of course they do. But when they start saying that, I'm watching out for my fighter, of course they are. You shouldn't be there. You should do that without saying.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tell me. You should do that without saying. Now, you've got to look out, and as a team, for your team. That includes the manager, trainer, fighter, and even the promoter. Because if you sign a contract with a promoter, you're supposed to be a team. So it's got to work for everybody. Now, over years, promoters, I'm going to say this obviously because I'm a promoter, but I am a manager as well, is that they get bad press. But promoters like me put their hand in their pocket time and time and again and roll the dice, and sometimes it's been a thankless task because sometimes you don't get appreciated, but when you get it right, it's special, and I've got it right a few times.
Yeah, you didn't get it right with Stewie Hall though, did you, Dan?
Yeah, but I still took somebody who shouldn't have got anywhere near a world title, so what does that say about me? To a world title. Should never have got anywhere near a world title.
I fancy my chances against Stewie Hall, Dennis.
You look a bit
10
like
stone
him.
work through.
You look like a Stuart Hall.
I'm better looking than him though, aren't I?
Oh, absolutely. I'm more charismatic. You got nicer teeth.
Dennis,
Go on.
all in all, how long do you think you've got left in the sport of boxing? 10 years or 10 months?
What a stupid question. You stupid boy, Pike. You are I thought you were a bit more intelligent. I'll go on as long as I want to go on.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever stop me.
Somebody ran about you to me the other day, and I mentioned, he went, God, is he still promoting? I went, yeah, he's still going strong. He went,
Have
God,
you still
he's
got more
lasted.
fire now that you had 30 years ago?
No.
I'm
I don't
60,
think
aren't I,
so.
John? But
Yeah.
I'm more chilled about certain things, even though I'd still get angry about certain things. But
You never used to get angry about really massive things, years ago that I used to go berserk over. You never used to, and I always just think, God, he's got to be fuming over that. And now you never used to show your hand, did you?
no, and it's just about not showing your hand. But I still get angry about things, with people. But I'm more comfortable in my own skin because of, I think it comes with success, I suppose. And I've had a lot of downs, but I've had a lot of massive ups. So you just go, and I'm addicted to that. I want some more big nights, and I'll create them. I know I can do it.
Yeah.
I know I can do it again. So, say you've got a son, which you have obviously, and you were a boxer, I'd be confident in saying I'll make something happen for you. Like I told Tori the other day, when she'd signed for us and she had that great debut for us, I says, I'm going to help you win things. You've got the talent, I know how to open the doors and get the timing right, and we'll get titles together. Because I'm confident I can do it. I don't know which way I'm going to go, but I've done it, and usually I find a way, and it's like, I've done it time again, so I can do it. And especially if it sounds a bit cheesy, this, if I take to somebody and I think I really like this kid, boy or a girl, I just go that extra mile, and seems to happen where I manage to find a way, and we get titles, and I'll manoeuvre something to help them get a title. I've done it, I've got all sorts of stories where I've manoeuvred kids, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I see how you managed to do that. Like with Jimmy McDonald, he was supposed to fight Leo Santa Cruz. I didn't want him to go to LA and fight Santa Cruz, so I just played a game with Golden Boy, and we got he moved up, and I slipped in for the vacant. There was something happened before that, but we'd signed up for that fight, and then I pulled him out. I pulled him out of that fight, so he had to fight somebody else, because I knew we were going to relinquish after that fight. I thought, that'll do, and we'll go straight in for vacant. That's what we did it at Doncaster, first kid ever in world. So I manoeuvred in things like that, taking Clinton to a press conference with Roy Jones, just throwing him on stage. Clinton, to this day, I rang, I've been told in his book, said that he thought I'd pre-arranged it. Did I? I just did it. I just did it, off thinking on my feet. So there's things like that where I think I know at some stage I'll make something happen. So I've got that many contacts, and I think I've got enough know-how, and I think there's only one fella who I think who could have done what I've done, and I'm talking about from my garage where I started, who would create what I've created and have the champions I've created on limited resources. They've all done it on the back of somebody else, and when it comes to it, and there's some great promoters out there, when it comes to it, when it got a bit hot in the kitchen, I've rolled the dice, still roll the dice. There's only one fellow I think, and this might sound fucking big-headed, who I would say who probably could have done from nothing like I have now, and I don't necessarily like him, Frank Warren. The others I don't think could have done what I've done. And you can say, well, there's plenty of small open promoters. Yeah, of course there is, and I respect them. But when it gets to a certain level, they don't roll the dice.
Don't want to put money up, do they, Dan? Don't roll dice, do they?
They don't roll dice.
They have to wait for Eddie to let them.
And I've rolled the dice, and that's why I think I differentiate from them.
Well, it just shows you got more belief in your boxers as well.
It is that, and I've got belief, but I've chanced my money more than any of the others.
Yeah.
Well, Steffi won't throw more than 10 at a show he's on, will he? But yet you were throwing 300 at some, weren't you?
Yeah, but they might say, but you've got plenty. No, I ain't got the money that Earns have got. But I started in my garage. I've gambled. I've gambled at whatever I've had in my pocket.
Yeah. At the end of the day, right, you've done well, Ron, haven't you? But You're on slide now. You're on Skid Row. So just hand your laminate in, then.
Well, if I'm on Skid Row,
I want to get the exclusive about you going on Skid Row.
Not even funny, John, is it?
It's a joke. What's the matter with you?
No, you're not even funny.
You tried to strangle me, Lee.
Listen, turkey teeth. You'll need some more turkey teeth if you don't have less lid.
Listen.
Who's on the slide? Me.
No, you're not on the slide. You're back, Dennis, aren't you? You're in a
Baby, I'm back.
Right, Dennis. Who wins, Muhammad Ali or Joe Fraser, if they fought when he went into the draft? If they hadn't gone into the draft, would he beat Fraser then?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to get that out there because somebody had a dig at me over there saying, yeah, but Ali lost to Fraser. So he just done 3.5 years in bed.
I love Fraser, but Ali were special.
Yeah. Who the greatest heavyweight of all time, Dennis, in your opinion?
Well, Ali, it depends how you look at it, because of the charisma and everything what he brought. It transformed boxing. He made it a spectacle and a theatre. But as regards the greatest of all time, what are you on about? Like top 3 or 4? I think Lennox Lewis is up there.
Lennox Lewis, I think George Foreman, Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes is up there, but like if you look at
Ali
George Foreman, I mean George Foreman got, look what happened with my mate Ron Lyle.
Your big hero.
How many times did he put him down? And so
he kept going back up, Ron, didn't he?
But I tell you what, people like say, oh, they'd have all beat Tyson Fury. I don't know if they would have done. I don't know if they would have beat Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury, at his best, and he's been when he beat Wilder the last 2 or 3 times, he was up there with them lot.
Yeah. I think that's gone now, Dennis.
What?
I think he's on slide, Tyson, now.
It's a good job there's nobody ferocious, a young 21-year-old Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson,
yeah. I think up to 3 or 4 years ago, I think he'd have smothered Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Today, I don't think he could do that. So I think Tyson needs to have a couple of 3 fights and get out. And I hope he keeps his sanity and gets into something else, business-wise or whatever, so he don't lose the plot, because he's capable of going out partying and making a mess of himself.
Alright then, well listen, thanks for coming on Porky's Corner, Dennis.
Thank you. I'm going to have an early night tonight because I've got to get a plane in the morning, an early plane.
Yeah.
But you've like gate crashed my boudoir.
I know.
At Radisson Blue.
I know. Why do they call it Radisson Blue, Dennis? Is it?
Because it's Blue Moon.
Oh God, you're not.
You saw me standing alone.
Well, not your big hero, Ricky Fatton.
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Right, and on that note, you want to say out, John?
Yeah. Favourite middleweight in the 80s.
Fucking hell, here we go.
You've got to say Hagler, haven't you? But my favourite of that era was Sugar Ray Leonard. So, but I love Tommy Hearns, Hagler, Leonard. But Hagler, you've got to say, as a middleweight, Carlos Monzon were a bit special. But as a middleweight, you've got to say Hagler, haven't you?
Or about a lightweight, Dennis? Best lightweight of all time. I know what you're going to say. Who do you think?
Or Pryor? Yeah,
you usually say Duran. You usually say.
Lightweight. Oh, Duran.
Yeah,
yeah.
Who's your favourite lightweight? Roberto Duran?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it would be.
Right, that's about it. We're all Roberto Duran up. Everybody have a great weekend. Peace out. Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.